Let's talk Midnight Suns. So, hashtag Spider-Man Theory. Thanks for watching another episode. I know it's kind of crazy because lately we haven't really been talking much about Spider-Man, but I promise in this one we actually do talk about Spider-Man because the Midnight Suns, in my opinion, are set to come to the MCU sooner rather than later. We've gotten a lot of stuff that has come out where it kind of alludes to Midnight Suns. And we know that in the 90s, Marvel went to a pretty dark place. No, I'm not talking about bankruptcy. I'm talking about literally dark places, supernatural places of all things, where they started multi issue crossovers with supernatural titles. And it was actually really amazing because the Rise of the Midnight Suns launched several books in the Midnight Suns line, including like Morbius in 1992, Darkhold pages from the Book of Sins, October of 1992, and Night Stalkers in November of 1992, with the Midnight Suns first appearing in Ghost Rider 31. Now, why am I talking about this now? Well, we've seen the Darkhold in the MCU. We've seen it outside of the MCU in the latter years of the wonderful show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Whether you loved it or not, it was pretty amazing, and the way they did the Darkhold was really interesting. I learned a lot about it. But yeah, so let's talk about how this pertains to anything Spider-Man. Well, Scarlet Spider was part of the Midnight Suns. And yes, you could easily say, well, that's part of Morbius. Wait, it is part of Morbius. You're right. Scarlet Spider could be one of the next steps Sony decides to take after Morbius, even with the failure of Morbius. As some people have seen it as a failure, it's still Morbius is still one of those supernatural beings in the Marvel universe that plays into the Midnight Suns and actually is a part of the Midnight Suns. So it's easy to go from that state to then say, you know what, we could see Johnny Blaze, we could see so many other characters that are part of the Midnight Suns. It's a long list. That have been part of the Midnight Suns team have been ones that we've already seen in the MCU, like Johnny Blaze. Well, not really MCU, but you get what I mean. Ghost Rider has been in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We've also seen Doctor Strange, of course. He's got his own sequel movie coming out soon. Black Cat is one I really want to see soon. Iron Fist, now with Daredevil becoming part of the MCU, part of MCU Cannon. Iron Fist could easily be part of that. Same with Punisher. Ones that would be interesting to see join would obviously be Blade, which we know now. We've heard his voice in Eternals. And then, of course, Dr. Voodoo, Man-Thing, and there's a couple others that are just really interesting characters, like Santana, Werewolf by Night, Danny Ketch, Strangers. It would just be a really cool team up. Now, with all that being said, how do we know that they're coming to the MCU? Well, we don't really know for sure, but I mean, if you start saying names like Moon Knight and Doctor Strange and Iron Fist and Punisher and Darkhold, it's like, okay, what is all this supernatural crap leading to? It's got to be going somewhere. Kevin Feige doesn't do anything by accident, and he's already said that we've done a lot with the earthly realm. We haven't done so much with the cosmic realm, so Phase 4 is going to be more cosmic. And then he's also said that he wants to get more into the mystical realm. How much more mystical can you get than to literally have Moon Knight kind of rewrite the powers of Scarlet Witch? To really have all of these amazing characters, to literally have all these amazing characters become the Midnight Suns. And I mean, that would just be such a cool team up. It would be so interesting to see what villains they would face and just all these other things. Different storylines they could go with, like Rise of the Midnight Suns, the Midnight Massacre, Siege of Darkness, The Fallen, even Marvel Zombies. Like, now that we have What If, like, Marvel Zombies were huge, like, that could be part of Midnight Suns. Like, you could do so much with it. And with the multiverse, it doesn't just have to be MCU Earth Prime, Earth One, whatever you want to call it, Midnight Suns team, it could easily go into other iterations, and there's just so much that you could expand from the Midnight Suns if you decide to go that route. Because obviously, we're not doing another Avengers movie. There's going to be new Avengers, possibly Dark Avengers. I'm hoping for Midnight Suns to come out. I would really love to see Young Avengers. Like, that would be really awesome. But like, you put all of these different teams, and you start building different teams out and different team up movies with these brand new characters. You can have multiple team up movies coming out at the same time with different teams involved, different villains that all kind of culminate into one big thing, which is where I think Kevin Feige's kind of hoping everything goes. And then from there, you never know what they might do. Secret Wars is coming, in my opinion, and so much more Avengers stuff with X-Men, Fantastic Four, just Avengers level events that they could easily do. Thanks for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. And as always, stay nerdy, comic fam. It's awesome to be back with these more long form videos. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to communicate in the comments. You can message me on Instagram or pretty much anywhere. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.